Hey folks, welcome back to another track guide. Today I am in the Formula Ford and we're at Charlotte on a layout that I've never driven before. It is the Charlotte infield long course, I think it is. And it's madness, it's utter madness. My goodness, we are in trouble this week. We have got some very, very dangerous wall driving to contend with. And we really need to be very patient on the throttle on some of these corner exits. It's a very windy track. It's a very challenging layout, but it's actually a lot of fun to drive. So best of luck here this week. If you like the video, do give it a like. If you want to see more of this kind of thing and you want to catch me racing live a couple of times a week, then please do subscribe. Please do hit that bell for notifications. And if you're feeling extra generous, and thanks to everyone that has so far, there's a link in the description below to buy me a coffee to fuel my practice laps, or you can hit that super thanks button that's below the video right now. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you next time. Cheers. Oh boy, here we go with my 1 minute 17.187 here at the Charlotte infield long track. My first time here. It's a crazy track. We start by braking before we even cross the start finish line. We've got several brushes with near death, and we've got to be super patient on the throttle. Cannot stress enough quite how important it is to wait before you put your foot down here. So here we go. We're coming into turn one, and we're going to brake just before the start finish line. So we're super heavy on the brakes here, all the way down to first gear. And then as we cross that line, we're going to really turn it in. And when we get close to that white line, we're back into the gas pretty heavy. We're in the pit lane, which is bizarre. And we are heading towards this tyre stack on the right. And then halfway between these tyre stacks, we've got like some lines in the road, which I was kind of using as a braking marker, and it's tricky, but we basically want to brake some middling braking down to first gear. And then we're aiming for the corner of this tyre stack. We've really dropped out of the brake quite quickly. We're trying to get the back wheels to kind of come out a little bit, just to point us in. And then as we pass the tyres, we're back in the gas, and we're praying not to hit the wall. So foot to the floor, we're going to get close to the wall here on the left-hand side, and we're lining ourselves up for turn three. We're going to turn in. It's a double apex corner, and then we're going to come out of the gas. Now, you might need just a touch of brake here or there, but mid-corner, we're down to second. We want to point the car in towards that inside curb and get back on the gas nice and early. Notice how slowly I built it up. So we've got a very treacherous right-hander here, and we've got four of these Bojangles signs on the left-hand side. The second sign ahead of us here is our turn in. We're actually going to brake and fling the car in down to second gear, And we need to get super close to this wall yet again. And you'll notice I've already started building up the accelerator quite firmly. It's a kind exit. We've got a wide exit. So this is ultimately the quickest way around this corner. But we do want to get out just a little touch before we straighten up. And before the curbing starts on the right-hand side of the track, we really need to start braking in towards the first cone here. And we're going to get ourselves down to first, but notice we left it quite late. Notice we blipped the throttle when we switched down gears. It's just another kind of double apex corner. So we're letting the car come out quite wide here, but we're reaching our slowest point so we can turn the car back in again. And then we're going to get on the gas when we can see the cones. And then we're not actually going to floor it on the first cone. If we do, we're going to not make this exit at all. So we need to let the car settle again and turn in and then get back on the gas when we can see the second cone and we can exit right at the end of this bit of curbing. The car's going to come back out to the left a little way, and then we're going to start braking and again start turning in towards this first cone. But notice that we're just sitting. We're not doing anything. We're keeping the car tight. We don't start accelerating until we're just about to hit the start of this curbing on the inside, and we've kept the car really tight to the inside all the way around. That it's really tempting to start accelerating earlier and feel like you're going to make a quicker corner, but it's just going to wreck you for the next complex. So just be patient and wait before you get on the gas. So that's going to push us out nice and wide round here and prepare us for the next corner where we're just going to lift, get the car pointing into the wall, back on the gas for the curb, because we need the car to be over this side of the track. If we're too far over to the left, entry to the next set of corners is going to be really messy. So we want to be a good mid-track here, really. And then as we pass this last Bojangles sign, we're going to start our braking again in towards the end of the curb, in towards that first cone that we can see there. And we are going to come down to first, and we are going to want to blip the throttle. So we're in, we're settled, then we go to first, we're out of the gas again, and we slowly build it up between those two cones so that when we exit, we're exiting right at the end of the curb, right on the cone. It's a real theme here of how we attack these corners. And now we're nice and open for what's a really long and probably the hardest corner on the track. So we're going to start braking from the outside of the track just before the curbing starts, the red and white curbing out there, or painted section. And we want the car to come in nice and tight to the inside, but down to first with a blip again, and wait until, you guessed it, the start of the curb where the first cone is. It's a wide exit here, but if you get on the gas too soon, you're just not going to be able to carry the speed around the corner. You need to keep it tight so you can really attack the exit. Otherwise, you're going to really compromise yourself. This is flat out now all the way to the start-finish line. So we're mid-track on exit, and that's ideal. We're slightly over to the right. We're going to come in towards this inside curb. Now, that inside curb will make the car jiggle about a bit, so just don't get too close. And there we go. Well, we're about to cross the line for 1 minute 17.187. And crikey, what a layout. I've never raced here before. I think it's going to be utter madness, but the winners are going to be the people that are bravest with the walls and most patient with their throttle application towards corner exit. So best of luck here. Hope you do really well. Let us know how you're getting on in the comments below. If you like the video, give it a like. If you want more of this kind of thing and you want to catch me race live a couple of times a week, then do subscribe, do hit that bell to get a notification of when I upload videos and go live. And if you're feeling really generous, and thanks to everybody that has so far, you can hit super thanks down below the video, or you can look in the description and buy me a coffee to help fuel my lap guides for next week's guides. Cheers guys, see you next time.